Okay. Welcome to our review, celebrate and motivate event, where we get things right, wrong, and have a lot of fun along the way.
Yes, during this event, you will need a pen, paper, PC, laptop, whatever digital device you want to capture your thoughts.
And an outfit, drink, or mindset for celebration.
And a body that can move with a mindset to match. More on that later.
So what didn't work out the way you thought?
Can you turn it around? If you take a look back at the year and write down what didn't work out for you. So for example, my business didn't go anywhere near where I expected it to. I became a long distance caregiver because my father got really sick and then passed away. I had to learn and deal with my father's affairs, learning things I knew nothing about, like a power of attorney, representative for his estate. The whole family ended up with COVID. In the process, I started eating poorly and for comfort, and my mindset shifted into one of grief, overwhelm, and drama that resulted from the events.
Looking back at mine, my health, and specifically my digestion, which I've caused through making changes in my eating patterns. But also my mental energy and mindset is having a tough time, and that's being impacted by the energetic flow of my family, daughter, son-in-law, a 2-year-old granddaughter that lives in my home, and also my mother-in-law's mental state and its impact on my husband, which in turn has impacted on me. My business is not going the way I'd expected through a change of priorities. My whole family having had COVID 3 times, and being a grandparent and grandparenting at a level I'd never anticipated because it's full time and there's no off switch. So are you disappointed looking back? When things don't work out as we hoped, we can feel disappointed, let down, unmotivated, as though we've failed. We feel defeated.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how disappointed are you? 1 being not much, 10 being absolutely gutted. Share in the chat. So we've got 2 ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
With certain aspects, yeah.
Yeah.
I love this. We've had a great year. And remember too, with disappointment, it can be different stages. So like if you were going to ask me what I was before, or what, Heidi, what were you?
Well, I was unmotivated on a scale of 9 through just being discombobulated with everything because it had just created this flux, and that just doesn't feel right for me. And I don't like that. So just for that element, it put me up at a 9.
I was definitely a 9 with all that was happening at the time.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that because it's just about recognizing it.
Yep.
So sometimes we forget these things are actually opportunities because we've been handed a gift.
So for example, even though my business didn't go anywhere near where I expected to, the gift in this has been, excuse me, that it wasn't working, which meant I needed to make a change. I needed to be authentic to me, and I wasn't. It wasn't completely authentic to me. So it brought me a sense of awareness. I became a long distance caregiver because my father got really sick and he ended up passing away. The gift in that, I learned new things, and I created an absolutely beautiful connection with my father before he passed, my brother, and my father's family. And being able to see the beauty in all of it, and how my dad was, he went actually being able to remember the people that he loved. And he was so terrified of forgetting it, of forgetting us. He had connections with his brothers before he passed away. I have learned how to be a power of attorney, how to set up an estate. So I have new life skills, and you can bet that I will be proclaiming how important it is to have a will and letting your loved ones know what you want.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know any of this if I hadn't been through this, right? And my whole family got COVID when we were supposed to travel and in the midst of all this. And it taught us that we needed to slow down and take care of ourselves because we had been going fast and furious. And even though we postponed the trip, in the process, it worked out for the best. The timing actually was better when we could get back to where my dad was. He was in 2 different states, by the way, or like he was in like Maryland and I was in West Virginia. So I was going back and forth. We were traveling back and forth. And believe it or not, having the COVID actually deepened our connection as a family, and it gave us the space to grieve my dad. Now, in this process, I also started eating poorly for comfort, and my mindset was just shifting downward. I was spiraling downward. But I was able to realize that what I eat matters, and that when I am stressed, I seek out comfort because I feel uncertain, because I don't know what's going, that sense of uncertainty, that not knowing. And so I have found other ways to have certainty, to create comfort aside from food as a result. And so I've been inspired to change my eating habits again. And you might notice there's a pattern through all of this. I shifted my mindset and my focus as a result, and that changed everything.
My health being impacted has been a wake-up call, actually, because I realized that I needed to work through what I've changed, why I've changed it, and how it's impacting me. Recognizing this gave me a huge epiphany, and in turn created an answer I needed for a course I'm actually writing on reversing diabetes, and I achieved that back in 2016. And I sort of flippantly thought about that. And I don't need to reverse my diabetes anymore, but I do need to go through my own course because it's where my own health answer resides. And that's been quite a game changer. My mental energy and mindset also needed a complete shift in boundaries, energy, and responsibilities in the home. But facing problems in a compassionate and loving way, and that's already seen a shift in the home. My mother-in-law's mental state and its impact on my husband simply allows me to continue to show my care, compassion, and love for them both. But also I can learn and understand the vision I have for my own mental health, my own well-being. Seeing somebody suffering that way makes me think about how I can make my mental health stronger. And also learning how to keep my mind in a great state. My business not going the way I had expected through a change of priorities came about when I realized having a reverse diabetes in 2016 was something I needed to share with the world. I hadn't even contemplated that before. So having the space to write the course and how I needed to add more value for how to stay there has resulted in additional content for the course, all of which will be more valuable. So the pause came at the right time. I just needed to see it that way. So my whole family has had COVID 3 times, and that's taught me how much we can overcome ill health, even through mindset. It also meant my husband, for the first time ever, has actually switched to natural herb remedies, which I can say is helping him immensely. He wouldn't even have dreamt of that. And he's in his 70s, so I'm just wondering how much I can work on him with energy routines next. That might be a tad too far for him, but you know, I like to push the boundaries. It's about mindset. The grandparenting at a level not anticipated has literally been through having a 2-year-old living in my home since she was born, and is already trying to read and write. At the age of 1, already asking how everything works. And the why, tad early, but you know, we've got that already. And she adores the outside world. And I'd somehow missed a goal that I'd written back in 2019, which was actually around helping small children. And I'd just completely forgotten all about that. And I just happened to mention that to my daughter, who immediately said, but you're helping me homeschool this one. And I'd missed that point entirely. So that pause of the goal suddenly became a different goal. And it's letting me recraft how and what that goal is. And my goal now is I'm going to be teaching her how to grow food and then how to cook it or eat it. That's beautiful. And that to me is a match made in heaven, because that's giving her the natural world, which she's already adoring.
So, Heidi, how do we handle disappointment?
Well, that depends on what is your recipe. What is your recipe? So type, what's your go-to strategies for handling disappointment in the chat? What do you use to handle disappointment? And yes, Cheryl, Paul has been exposed to the power of energy.
I love it. Vent and walk, find the gift. See it as a challenge.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So, do any of your strategies include allow the disappointment, where you observe how you feel, where you feel where in that body, where in your body is that disappointment? You observe the thoughts that are running through your mind. Maybe you write them down, but you allow them all. And then after you feel this disappointment, you can shake it off.
And then once you've done that, you can become the observer. Be the observer of that disappointment. Run the movie of what happened that made you disappointed and look at it with a different set of eyes. Look at what happened, see the mistakes, and realize they are just learning experiences. Look at what didn't work for you. Find the flaws in the whole experience, the strategies, the planning, the processes, the execution, the expectations, the momentum, and ask yourself why. Why did it work, and what could have been different? What did you miss?
For those of you who have been following me or know me for a while, you know that my biggest strategy is to find the gift, the lesson, or the opportunity. What did you learn from observing? What will you change? What will or did you do instead that is or was better? Did you grow from it? Did it have a hidden benefit you weren't aware of? Did you meet different people or do different things as a result? What happened next that brought you joy? Sometimes we experience things and then we experience a moment of joy, and the joy is highlighted because we've had a low moment or a disappointed moment. Most importantly, and I cannot stress this enough, is to focus on what you are grateful for. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude.
Yeah.
So if you want to, you can share in the chat which approach that we've just shared would work for you, or do you use? I mean, we've seen, I know that look for the gifts and the opportunities was mentioned.
Mm-hmm. But also list out the positive benefits of your early disappointment and share those in the chat too. What did the disappointment lead on to? What became that then became a benefit?
I'm reading some of these messages in the chat and they are so on point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, let it change your view to something other than what you expected. A lot of times we give meanings to things, or we create stories around things. And when we go through a disappointment, it helps us to see things more clearly.
Yeah.
Stay curious. I'm very good at stories too, working on that. Yeah. Rewriting better ones.
Yes, Sonny, we think in stories, not in facts. Change the story. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And you can reframe a story in a split second.
Yep.
Yeah. Love staying curious. Always be curious.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you carry on thinking about that, but we'll move on as well. So let's focus on what you're grateful for. Who are you grateful for? And what are you grateful for?
How does gratitude feel? And when do you feel gratitude? If you haven't already, highly recommend that you create your gratitude practice.
So share your thoughts in the chat. What are you grateful for? Who are you grateful for? And how does it make you feel? When do you feel that? Oh, I love that.
Expansive, yes.
I like the fact
Gratitude
that
helps feel
changing
expansive.
realizing a business partnership not continuing was an opportunity set up as an individual.
Yes.
Absolutely. Sunny, live in a general state of gratitude. Broadly, God, family, friends. Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Love that.
Definitely something to be grateful for.
Well, with your new business, Mark, you could always create a new headwear set. I'm just going to throw the positive side of that in there. Absolutely. Fantastic. Yeah. Absolutely.
I love this. Overall good health. We can be grateful for so many things, little ones, big ones, in betweens. And, you know, it can simply be a moment, a smile from a stranger, right? If you're having a bad day, that lifts you up. A
chance meeting.
Yeah.
Chance conversation that sparks your inspiration.
New
friends.
We're grateful for you too, Dagmar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good to see you.
Yeah. There's so many, so much.
Yeah. So we've touched on the importance of gratitude, and now
we're going to value your victories. That just sounds uplifting and powerful and energizing, because it is. So stop and think about what worked for you. What exceeded your expectations? And what were your successes?
What inspired you to succeed? How does it feel to achieve? And what will you do again? Type your answers in the chat, or if you have any insights that you'd like to share. What were your victories? Because we have them.
Absolutely.
And I think I want to just touch on this. One of the things that we do, especially in the Lifebook community, right? We go back and we reflect and review on our past year. And when you do that review, you're going to find things you did that you forgot about.
Yeah. When you sit and take the time and pull out those little seeds of everything that you did, no matter how small, there's lots there. Slow down, live, appreciate each moment. Absolutely.
I'm grateful for questions that make me think. We've got plenty of them for you.
We've always
ever need a question, come see us.
Actually, I think I've got a book somewhere. It's called Questions.
Yes, all the things you can do.
I can do, absolutely. Habits for
Daily
body,
habits,
mind, and soul.
sacred choices. Yep.
Fantastic. I love the fact you said propelled you forward surprisingly far. Yeah.
Daily habits, a little goes a long way. What is it? Step by step, we'll reach that, climb that mountain, reach the mountain.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Discovering your passion. Education, stepping up on social media. Can be a scary place, but Doesn't have to be.
How many of you have put yourself out there this past year? Stepped out of your comfort zone?
Yeah.
Celebrate that.
We've got a lot of new friends, health, strength improved, work has been challenged but successful, spiritual practice expanded. This is all huge growth. Beautiful.
Amazing. All right, so maybe you're wondering, why is it important to celebrate? By celebrating our victories, our wins, we are acknowledging success. We bolster our energy, vibration, and mood. We elevate our mindset, and we promote a can-do attitude.
You almost said provoke, and I quite like that as well.
Provoke.
Shifting perspective is powerful. It changes our mindset. And as we've discussed before, your mindset is what motivates you. It's how you see the environment around you. And it can make all the difference between being a victim or a victor.
So celebrate your victories, even if it's just a raising of your arms and yes, celebrate them. So we've celebrated. How can you motivate yourself? What will you create? Did you plan and take action? And if it didn't work, what might you have done differently?
Did you explore alternative options or repeat what worked for you?
We all come back to celebrate your wins, big or little or in between. This is why when you track your journey, you're aware of your wins.
And reward yourself along the way. And keep your expectations in check.
Yes. So what if you don't have a plan, a vision, or a direction? How will you know where to focus and how will you pull it together?
It's a bit like I'm going to go to Outer Mongolia. I don't know why, but perhaps I am. But I'm not going to plan the trip. But I'll work it out as I go along. It might be fun, but I'm sure as hell going to have challenges. The gift is that I might do things I've never thought of doing before. The disappointment might be I never actually end up getting there. I might end up somewhere else. Another gift, perhaps.
The whole point of a map is to be able to use it to figure out if you are lost and if you want to change direction to a new destination. Sometimes we might want to linger a bit when we wander off the trail, and that's okay. But having a map, we get that clarity. You are navigating, keeping yourself in balance and in check.
Yeah. So use your vision as your map. The vision of where you're headed. So we're going to go through a meditation now to review, celebrate, and get ourselves motivated for 2023. Going to hand you over to Dani.
All right. You guys are ready. So this is a powerful meditation for the end of the year or the end of a cycle. And we're going to take some time to celebrate how far we have come and where we are. And then we will connect with what we want for the next year. As many of you know, when we get really excited about what we want for ourselves, it makes it easier for us to move forward. And it gives us something to look forward to. It's like that kid on Christmas morning or when you know you're going to go on a fun trip, right? All right, so let's get started. Settle into your chair. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Balance your spine. Close your eyes and just let yourself breathe. Take a deep breath in. Release. Take a deep breath in again and imagine that you are inhaling into the depths of your core. As you exhale, release any tension or stress that you are holding on to. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, breathe that oxygen in. Exhale, release any stress or tension. Take a moment to connect with yourself in this moment. With your eyes closed, think back over this last year. Let your answers rise up and don't try to hold on to them. They might come in as images, sounds, or words. Let it flow up and flow by you. When is the last time you really laughed? Kind of laugh that you can't stop. It pours out from your belly and spills over you, and you feel it like your face hurts. When is the last time you really laughed? And what did you do this year that you are proud of? What did you do this year that made you feel accomplished? Let it surface. Even if you're not sure or don't remember, trust that you did something this year that you're proud of. You did something that made you feel accomplished. Little, big, or in between. What did you do for others? How did you give value to others? What did you do for others? How did you help others? What is your contribution over this past year? What did you do this past year that excited you? Did you surprise yourself? What did you overcome? And if nothing is coming up, trust that on some level you remember and set the intention that it is being processed. Here you are before us. You have made it through the year. You are breathing. You are present and in the moment. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, release. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, release. And one more time. Inhale, breathe that oxygen in. Feel it flowing through you. And exhale. Release and let go. Now, let yourself smile. Lift your chest up a bit. Look up to the sky. Bring your head down, keeping your chin higher than usual. It's time to celebrate. It is the end of a chapter and a new one is beginning. You have done it. You've moved from the past to the present and soon into the future. Let yourself feel proud of how you made it through the year. Let yourself feel excited about the possibilities. You made it through. And here you are. And now you get to decide where you want to go. So let's take some time to connect with next year. Again, let the questions flow around you, through you, whether you know the answer or not. Trust that you are where you need to be and that the answer is there. Imagine that it is January 1st of the new year, of the next chapter. It is a fresh start, a new beginning. Feel, connect with the hope and the possibilities. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, release. Inhale, breathe in hope and possibilities. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, breathe that oxygen into your body, to the tips of your fingers and toes. Exhale, release. What does next year look like for you? What will it feel like? Take a moment to explore whatever comes up, what you see, feel, hear. Just sit with it. What will it look like? Feel like? What experiences do you want to have? What is something you're going to do that is new, completely different, out of your comfort zone, a bit scary even? What words come to your mind when you think about what you want for next year? Let it surface. What or who will you let go of so that you can move forward? What excites you about next year? Who are you becoming this year? What possibilities and opportunities might there be? Who will you meet? Who will you meet in person as opposed to over Zoom? What fun will you have and with whom? Let it flow. What will set you free and allow you to flow? Really connect with next year. Let yourself feel excitement. Bask in the excitement of possibility and opportunity. Embrace it. Let yourself smile and bring your hands to your heart and feel how the next year holds gifts for you. Gifts that you may not even know about yet. Let your chest raise up. Breathe. Let yourself sway back and forth. Feel the energy of the next year. Get excited. What is one thing you can do that excites you, that feels really, really good? Come to center and breathe. Dare to keep smiling. Come on, we're going into next year. Let yourself feel excited. Keep the hands on the heart. Let the excitement radiate throughout your body. You are a magnificent being. You are the creator of your future. You have choices to make, experiences to explore. Inhale joy and excitement. And release your expectations with your exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale joy and excitement. And release your expectations as you exhale. Let yourself feel empowered. Let yourself feel excited. Dare to feel amazing. Smile, laugh, make a sound from your core of pure excitement if you want to. Imagine it if you can't make noise where you are right now. Imagine a color bursting forth from you and out and around you, the color of your future. Yes, yes, yes. Feel it. Celebrate it. Celebrate the future that is coming for you. Feel that excitement, that delight. Breathe it in. that excited, because that is what is going to motivate you. That is what's going to get you through and into next year. And if ever you doubt yourself, you just put those hands over your heart. Smile if you need to smile, laugh if you need to laugh. Breathe it all in. And when you are ready, wiggle your toes and fingers. Let your body sway back and forth. Gently open your eyes and get your pen and paper or type on that electronic device and let yourself write whatever flows from your mind. Just get the words out onto paper and let the words flow. Heidi and I are going to give you about 5 to 10 minutes for you to write down whatever you can about your experience. Let it all out. Get as much of it out as you can. And if you feel yourself getting stuck, put your hands back over your heart and just sway back and forth to get your energy flowing. We do have a recording of this meditation available on our YouTube channel if you want to go back and try it again as well. But for right now, let it flow. Write it down. Whatever you need to know is coming forth.
Thank you, Dani. Let's give everyone time to let their thoughts flow. It's really important that you let your thoughts come through, gives you clarity.
What is important is going to surface naturally. So whatever comes up, just let it come up.
I will put some of the questions, I'll put the questions that Dani asked you in the meditation up on the screen in a few minutes' time, and that'll just give you an opportunity to reflect on them, or you can just keep on writing.
Remember to breathe while you guys are writing.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful, Marit. It's time to celebrate. Creating our wins and successes, no matter how small or how big, can make all the difference to how we feel about ourselves, how we show up, how we live our lives, and even how we interact with others.
There are so many ways to celebrate. I have been exploring with them these last couple months. You can jump up and down like an excited child. Muddy puddles comes to mind.
That happens a lot in my house.
Yeah, I was going to say muddy puddles are a big thing.
Yeah.
Not my house, because my kids are like, no. When they were kids, they were all about the muddy puddles. Now it's like, ew, mud. But they still celebrate. You can raise your hands in the air and shout, woo, or laugh. It's simple. You can plan something fun or exciting, like a trip to a coffee or tea shop, a bookstore, or a trip away. Even if it's a day trip, you can go to the art store. Just go someplace to celebrate. You don't have to spend money. Maybe you even do a spa day or go to a spa and get a massage.
Or have a massage at home.
Or have a massage at home. I like those.
Yeah. But you can also celebrate just by giving yourself a really good pat on the back. Go on, do that. Give yourself a really good pat on the back and say, I celebrate you. Thank you. And now you can send yourself a congratulations card and create yourself a certificate for your own achievements. You don't need somebody else to celebrate that. You can do that for yourself. You can write yourself a letter recognizing all that you've achieved. What was that? Your courage, your willingness to grow, your contribution, allowing your journey to unfold, your enthusiasm, your passion, your sense of fun, having a laugh, teaching yourself things, learning, your growth. Measure yourself and see how much or how far you've grown.
When we celebrate, we reinforce pleasure, which provides motivation to continue to succeed. One of my favorite ways to celebrate, aside from jumping up and down like a small child with or without the muddy puddles, is to keep a to-do list, TA-DA list. And on this list, I keep track of all my wins, big, little, and in between. And it gives me a reminder to look at when I'm feeling low. And for you life bookers, when you are doing the, when you're reviewing, having a to-do list, especially if you do it at the end of each month, really helps reviewing those 12 categories.
It does. Now, I'm a visual person, so my favorite way to celebrate is to create and or show myself what I've done. I create visuals of my success, like my COVID trips with my husband, which we did just for fun. And we posted on Facebook, and it inspired lots of people through the first year of COVID. But also my eventual Rhine cruise, which was 2 years late, but it was a huge thing to celebrate and have a visual of, something I'll never forget, and I can look at it all the time. And also my Conqueror challenges, my virtual challenges for health and fitness. They're visuals. I can put them up and around me as a constant reminder of how far I've come.
So at the beginning, I mentioned that you would need a body that could move and a mindset to match.
Yes, you did. So everyone, we'd like you to get up in a moment, out of your seats. Your camera can be on or off. It'd be fabulous if you would stay with your camera on, because that would help raise the vibration of everyone here on the call.
Right, so I am going to stand up and we're going to celebrate all that we've done, all that we will do,
Yeah.
And where we are right now together.
So it's going to be time to move your body, your mind, and change your world.
How excited are you? Your body is creating an anchor. Thank you, Heidi, for figuring that out.
Yes.
And thank all of you. Thank all of you for being here. We wish you a happy new year, and may 2023 be filled with excitement, delight, joy, opportunities, and possibilities.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Same to you guys.
Thank you very much. Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, Dani. Thank you, Heidi. That was awesome. Thank you, everyone.
Just to say, switching our mindset to constantly seeing everything we do as success is life-changing. So switch off any disappointment and tune into your own inspiring mind.
Wise words. Yep. Does anybody have any questions, thoughts, shares, or feedback?
No, I want to end on a high.
We like highs.
Yeah.
Well, remember, where focus goes, energy flows. So what you focus on as you go into this new year will determine where you spend your energy, whether it's who you spend your energy with or on, where you spend your energy, how you experience things. So we are very excited. We have more for you guys coming up in 2023.
Yeah. Decide to make 2023 amazing.
Yeah.
Start with a decision.
Yep. It all starts with a decision.
Yeah. So you can find all of our event recordings on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe and share the channel with other people you think might get benefit from any of the events that we've run through this year. And 2023, we're going to make even more amazing. Thank you. Been lovely seeing you all.
Do you have the link to the YouTube channel that we could put in the chat, Heidi? Oh, I got it. Hang on. I got it.
Okay.
So this is our YouTube channel where you can find also the meditation that we did today. If you want a replay of that, and if you just want to listen to the meditation, and of course there will be a replay of this available for those who are not able to be here in person. And just have a wonderful new year, everybody. And thank you for taking the time to support us and be on these with us.
Happy New Year.
Yes. Happy.
And see you in 2023.
Yeah. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you next year.
Bye.
You want to stop the recording, Heidi?
Yeah, I will.